By episode 44. Let's go.
Hey, why you keep changing the intro?
Do the real one.
What's wrong with that?
Your heart's not in it.
Hell no.
We need more cowbell.
What it is, what it do, what it be. It is us, the Five Mics Podcast. What up, everybody? Episode 44. Back in this thing one more again. I am Dino. We got Io, James, and Monte. Tim will be rolling through here soon. Let's get right into it.
Nice. Yeah, it's been a year. It's been a year. It's been a year since we started the podcast. You know, we're not 52 for 52 or whatever, but you know, we had a couple of lapses in there. I had got COVID. There was some other shit that happened, but we've been pretty much consistently podding for a year. So that's crazy. And like, I think I looked up statistics and it said that literally the percentage of podcasts that consistently post episodes for 90 days in a row is like less than 10% of all podcasts.
Yeah.
And that's when it comes to creating content, period. Like the number one reason people fail when they create content is because I'm just gonna throw up this YouTube channel and I'm gonna be popping, or I'm gonna throw up this podcast. It's like, oh, dude, you have to put in a whole lot of effort and work. And I know that just from writing, like the sheer amount of content you have to create to like get it done is a lot. But the shit's also fun. It's like a crazy world where people get paid for a living to talk shit. And it even makes me think of so there's that Call Her Daddy podcast, right?
Yeah.
With that white girl who's just like, they're always just talking like random raunchy shit.
Yeah.
She's literally like, they're literally just talking shit, right?
Yep.
Right.
Spotify offered her a $60 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
$60
3 years.
$60 million to like talk about getting her ass ate and stuff. Like that's the stuff they literally talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because people just want to hear like whatever random perspectives. Like we're so interested in a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's just dope that we can live in a world where not only we can create our own shit, but like we can consume other people's stuff that people wouldn't have had an opportunity to do like a couple years back, you know?
Yeah. It kind of comes off of, I think they're part of Barstool.
They were in
part of
Barstool and now they're with
and
Spotify now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like what the fuck is Barstool? Like where the hell did that come from? Like it's like a white world star.
Pretty much. It's like kind of like a white world star for sports.
Right.
Yeah.
Basically.
Ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Ridiculousness.
Oh shit. Well,
So it's like a sports comedy thing. And at first it was kind of like, I think it was like a blog and then they do a bunch of other things. But yeah, it's basically, you could call it a white world star, but then it's like the guy who owns it, it's like what he's been doing is like he just finds some people. So like the girl who did, or I think the two girls who did Call Her Daddy, I think they had like I don't know if it was like a YouTube page, like an Instagram page, but at first it started off they were just kind of like fucking around a little bit, and like he somehow found them and he offered them a deal for whatever money. Like at first it wasn't much to start with because they hadn't gone on yet, so I think he gave them like $70K each, which is still like, give me $70K to do a podcast, I'll fucking do it.
Right.
But then like they increased it, like they got bigger and bigger, and I think they got like into a fight over like once they got, it's like when you get signed and your first album blows up, but like your contract wasn't shit. It's like now you want a new contract and all that. Then I think they got out of it somehow, and now they're with Spotify.
I don't think they're it's not.
Yeah, they broke up.
No more.
Yeah, they broke up, and then one of the girls is gone. Because like her husband or her boyfriend was like an HBO executive, I guess, and he was in her ear saying like, nah, you can get more, or like fuck Barstool, fuck them, blah blah blah.
Right.
And that caused the whole rift. But yeah, it's just crazy to see people just getting on and making money, doing whatever the fuck they want.
And we on the way, man. Shit gonna happen. Sponsored to by Live Your Freedom.
There you go. No, we'll get on.
Throwing up gang sign.
We'll get on. We'll get on. We'll
do it too.
We'll be pushing a lot more stuff.
Double L.
Seeing a lot more stuff. We have a lot of things in the works. We got this new. We have our own version of in the future it'll be like a ridiculousness studio. Rob, like there's, if you guys can't see in the camera, like there's a lot of space in here and a lot of different things. Like we're gonna decorate everything. We're gonna be shooting from different angles. I'm gonna be practicing learning how to get video better. Like stay tuned. Like shit's gonna be really good. But
I'm about to start skateboarding.
Or if there's somebody out there that wants to get into some video or is actually doing video and would like to help us out, pull up. You know, hit us up on a Gmail or Instagram DMs. It don't matter. Same thing with audio people. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I mean, I make it happen. So if somebody's actually more technical or want to do something like that, reach out to us. See what we can do.
Interior designers.
All that
For
stuff,
real, all
right?
that
Word. Everything. Clothing designers.
Hey, and then
We need
also
everything.
like, oh, like obviously we're located in the Minnesota area. We have national listeners and stuff. But hey, if you know anybody who like, damn, like they'd fuck with the podcast, or if you think there's another podcast where like one of us you think would be a good guest for, is like, we've all done things like in like little different niches. So
Mhm.
definitely gonna work with a lot more people, because there's just a bunch of creators out there and people who want to talk shit. So I'm totally down for it.
Facts. Everybody. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all want 6 mic? No, man. Not you. What you
Yeah.
gonna
You
talk
said
about?
not you.
Yeah, that's the hard part. It's hard for us to probably have a guest. Like I feel like 5 is like already like a full elevator. You know what I mean?
Mm,
A 6. I mean, if they're famous, we'll have a 6.
yeah.
Or if they're no, we can have.
Or
we
like
can-
a short little
We
drop.
could do like a call in.
Yeah.
It could be a little short little drop.
There's actually a podcast. It's called the Fresh and Fit podcast. So it's like 100%. It's 100% about like relationships, dating, stuff like that. And like it's like down in Miami. So what they'll do is they'll literally have like the 2 show hosts, and then they'll have like another guest. But then all around the table, there's always like 8 women sitting there, like each, and they don't talk a lot. But like each one of them will have a mic, and like if there's a topic, like they'll go around and like give their little answer. So I've seen like 12 people on that show at once. So I guess anything is possible if you're down there, right?
Oh no.
Hey, as long as you got headphones, you're straight.
Yeah, so maybe
You
we'll
can
have
hear the other people.
love-
You're straight.
Yeah, you can do that.
Who knows what the future holds for the 5 Mics podcast, but it's gonna be bright. So we'll say that new shit's gonna be coming up in the rest of the year in 2022 for sure.
Facts.
If you got any merch to send us, if you got any artwork that you want to see behind us, we can promote your shit too. We
Yeah,
want to decorate
absolutely.
these walls a little bit.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Never mind.
Huh.
That's something I'll talk about later, but I know where we can get some art actually. But anyways.
Okay, and scene. All right. So episode 44, 1 year in, we Gucci. What are we talking about? Y'all want to touch on the playoffs real quick?
Yeah.
We down to the final 4. So 2 game 7s. And on the east side, Nets couldn't pull it out. No homo. So Milwaukee's in, and then Philly just choked up, I guess. I don't know what to call it. So the Hawks are in over there. They play their first game tomorrow, I believe. Yeah. And then the Suns swept Denver, so they've been chilling. And the Clippers won game 6, so they've only got 1 day rest, which I'm still heated about, but whatever. Lost game 1 on Sunday. They play game 2 tonight in Phoenix. So what are you guys thinking moving forward? I don't think any of us had the Nets out.
Fear the motherfucking deer. Fear.
All right, we're gonna cut this mic.
Fear the goddamn deer. Bucks and 5 for the Bucks and 5 for the Eastern Conference Finals, and then Bucks and 6 or 7 in the final. That is my prediction.
Man.
I didn't have the Nets in it, just because I know that they don't even have a supporting cast. And this whole year, even before the playoffs, a lot of players were injured. So I knew that it was only an injury away from them not even making it that far. It could have been any one of them. All 3 of them are injury prone, if you ask me. KD had the Achilles. Kyrie's been taking, his time off, and Harden basically hasn't been playing at all this year either. So I just didn't have the Nets in it. I have been on the Suns bandwagon for probably about the last 5 months, just because I've seen how they've been playing. And Chris Paul he's really smart at basketball. And Jay Crowder, I feel like he has like some kind of X factor syndrome going to him, because he's been in the finals. Like, look at Miami last year. They weren't even supposed to be in the finals. Jay Crowder was on that team. They got to the finals. As you can see this year, the Heat didn't do so hot because Jay Crowder was in with the Suns. So I've been riding with the Suns, and I feel like they'll pull it out for the whole championship.
Yeah. I did the Nets, I said I thought it was when all 3 of the big 3 played together, big 4, whatever. When they played together, there was nobody beating them. But I said one of them gets hurt, then they're done. And I mean, that's a part of the game, injuries. So I didn't think they would be here, which they're not. Suns, I didn't think were going to be there because I thought the Lakers and everything would be over there. I mean, I really didn't even consider anybody else from that side. Just thought that at the end of the day, it would be the Lakers versus somebody from the East. And but I kind of enjoy it now because now I can turn on the games and be like, oh, okay, cool. Not really the West because I want the Clippers to lose just because, I just want just
some haters in GA, you know what I'm saying?
Then that if they lose, then that narrative of Kawhi and Brown and all that stuff stops. So I mean I'm excited to see somebody new possibly win a championship.
CP3 need that ring.
CP3, is he going to be clear?
No, it's going to be.
He plays.
It's going to be new regardless.
Well, Kawhi.
It's going to be somebody new regardless.
A new team.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, none of them.
I don't know if Kawhi's going to come back.
Kawhi. No, what about
Because
CP3?
it said it's his knee.
CP3 was only 10 days.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he'll get
He
COVID.
got
He'll just get over it. He had COVID. He'll
Hmm.
COVID. What? It's like a 10-day protocol.
I
for
think he
COVID
plays
now?
tonight.
No, he doesn't play tonight.
No, he don't.
Did he actually
No,
get
he'll come back
Did he?
Thursday. Yeah,
come into contact with somebody with COVID? Or did he actually
he
get
has COVID,
Is it
Damn.
the new Delta strain or
Who gets COVID anymore?
and he has the vaccine.
there's a new? Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn.
That sucks, man. I like Chris Paul, but obviously, I'm riding with my Clippers. I'm gonna go to the game on Thursday.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I'll be in Miami.
So
No game.
we'll see. I need them to get this dub tonight. This is Tuesday. I'm saying this. Make it a little bit less pressure for us, I would think, going down 2-0. But I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if Kawhi's coming back. I don't think he is. If he does, it'd be the finals, maybe. So at the same time, I don't want to stretch out the series, or at least maybe the East can just stretch out theirs. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I don't think Atlanta will do anything against Milwaukee. But shit, I didn't think they'd make it this far. So, but the way I think that Bucks win kind of propelled them to give them that confidence. Like, although I think it shouldn't have been that close because it was KD by himself and like a third of James Harden. And to barely win in overtime, off one possession is nuts. But I think that gave them that test that they needed to kind of give them the confidence. I don't know if they actually believed that they could win. I don't think they believe they can go all the way through. So I think that might have put them over the top. So they might just smack Atlanta. But if we see them, that's a good matchup. I don't think the Suns is a good matchup for them.
Weren't the Bucks the number 1 seed?
No, I think they were the 2. Philly was number 1. But yeah, that actually is
So I take that. I don't agree with that. I don't think they couldn't have beat the Nets if they're number 2 seed.
right.
They are in the NBA. They could feel like they could beat anybody.
Bro, they lost to them the first 2 games by like 30. What are you talking about?
Well,
They barely beat them.
but it's any given game. The Bucks are missing players too. Like DiVincenzo is like one of their best on guard defenders, and he was out. Their rotation's 7-8 men. Half their
That's normal,
starters played like the whole game, and like you get like Brent Forbes off the bench. He played like 8 to 10 minutes. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think what he's saying is like confidence isn't a direct reflection of your talent or skill level.
Mhm.
You can be more confident than your skill level, or you can be less confident than your actual skill level. So like, yeah, the Bucks have had a super talented team for a while, but like they've in the past couple of playoffs, like they've continued to probably fold at points probably before they should have, or lower than their skill level. And yeah, I think it did, especially because I'm from Milwaukee, right? So I was seeing the reactions of like everyone in town, and even though it was just like a second round victory, it was like finally, like it did feel like they broke through some sort of wall, because like that's always all Wisconsin teams for like the past 10 years. They're all good but great, good but not great. Bucks are good but not great. The Packers are good but not great. Brewers are oftentimes good but not great. Wisconsin football good, but anytime they play Ohio State or an elite team, they get destroyed. So like it was like the first time. Yeah, that's like Wisconsin sports things. Like we're good during regular season, but as soon as we play an elite team, we get fucked up real bad. And this is the first time that even, say they're missing players, like KD was playing out of his mind. Like I was watching that game and I was like, oftentimes in like a Wisconsin sports game, it's like as soon as it starts to hit the fourth quarter or like something, or if the other team gets momentum, it's like fuck. Like as soon as the Packers get down, it's like fuck, we're about to lose. As soon as KD hit that shot, they go into overtime. I'm like, oh shit. Like, and then we didn't score any points. We didn't score any. Nobody scored. We didn't score any points for like 3 minutes. They scored one. We had like a little dinky Giannis, little tap in, damn near 1 little minute Middleton turnaround. Like, oh shit. We thought KD was going to do it again. And one thing about KD, the capes are just flying out of the air for KD. Imagine if LeBron James airballed a game-winning shot, all hell would rain down.
Scored 0 points.
If LeBron James airball, even if he had did the same thing and made the game-tying one, if LeBron would have airballed that, Skip Bayless and then would be on air just like ripping him to shreds. Everyone, I don't get it. Why does LeBron get so like nitpicked and like heavily criticized way more than I feel any other players?
I just feel like they hate on his greatness.
They don't want him to take
the GOAT,
the crown, the allure in basketball. The top is Jordan. That's people don't want that to change. People refuse, saying that it can never change. That he will be the greatest of all time forever.
Yeah.
No. And that's why when someone gets close, it's but you do this. But you do this. Well, KD's the best player on the planet now. But if LeBron, like you said, scores 0 points in overtime and airball the game went the potential game winning shot, it's all how can he be the greatest? How can he be the best player on the planet?
Even like the Golden State final where it was the whole J.R. Smith debacle. Like he was 51, 8-8. He scored 51 points.
Yeah.
No credit.
Yeah.
No credit. But the Capes, the Capes.
Nah, he got his credit. They were talking about giving him the MVP of the series.
Yeah.
And a loss. What you mean?
Well, I just feel like his finals record just gets blown out of proportion.
Because I mean, you can't fight like facts. Like that's a fact. Now, if you say, what if LeBron airballed the game winner? That hasn't happened. So we can't speak on that. We can only speak on a factual thing. That was a terrible shot by KD. Minus the airball. That was a bad shot.
Yeah.
I attribute that to the niggas is all tired. That was the worst overtime I've probably seen in my life. Like there was like 6 points scored on both sides, right? Or something like that. 8 points.
If that.
You can see how tired they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand, as a basketball player, I kind of get why he shot that. Like, that nigga was tired. He drove the lane like two possessions before that, got blocked. He's like, all right, I'm tired as hell. I'm not doing that again. But I hit this shot 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But you didn't hit that time, player. That was an awful shot. Now, I don't get into the greatest player of right now. To me, Kevin Durant's the best scorer ever.
Best scorer.
Now, that doesn't mean he's going to make every shot. But to me, that's what that is. Like, I don't think he's the best player in the game because he's too injury prone right now. So I don't know. But Giannis did his thing. And Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton did what they were supposed to do, get him over the hump.
Yeah, and they were
averaged 38 for the series.
Yeah, Drew was super cold. Drew was super cold in the beginning of the game. But then like third, fourth quarter, he
stepped up.
A couple shots. Yeah, it was dope. The streets in Milwaukee were insane. I was just seeing it all over Instagram, Snapchat. Everyone was down at the Forum, like going crazy, Water Street. Shit, I should have went home. That shit was nuts.
Are you gonna go to a game?
I don't know. I wonder how much tickets are. Well, I don't even. Yeah,
Fam, if the Clippers make the finals, bro, I'm there.
Yeah.
Well, you in LA, not Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, the Staples Center.
Shit.
Who you going to Milwaukee or Atlanta?
If it's Clippers Bucks finals, shit, I'll pull up. Fuck it.
Man.
How much of those tickets are gonna be crazy though? Especially with like, I don't know. Are the Clippers?
They're like 250 right now.
The Clippers can't be full capacity, not in California.
No, they are.
Really? Cali finally let up.
Yeah, you just have to you have to be vaccinated within 14 days or test positive or test negative for COVID within 72 hours.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Shit.
So like I'm taking my pops. So he doesn't have his second shot yet. So he's getting his test today, get the results. I already got the vax, so I'm just gonna bring my card or whatever.
Nice.
That's dope, man.
That
Well,
should be fucking lit.
speaking of sports, we could bridge it into that other topic we were talking about before, like moving to a little bit of the culture thing. So Monte, what were you bringing up before on the pod about the
The
female track
sprinter,
star?
Yeah. Sha'Carri Richardson, LSU track star. She qualified for Tokyo for the Olympics. She ran like a 10.74 in the 100, blazing, going, and then she ran like a 10.65 or something like that to beat it in the finals of the trials. And so she's running, and even the commentators when she's running is like, Sha'Carri Richardson, she's right in the middle, lane 5, the one with the bright orange hair and not like, just one. I mean, appearance wise, you see her. She's got the, her do is bright orange. She's got the super long nails, jewelry, things like that. But she's a track star. She's running track. That's what she's doing. That's what she's good at. She qualifies for the Olympics. They go to Twitter after her win, and this whole thread is people saying, oh, this is why you can't give ghetto people anything. If that was me, I wouldn't wear that on TV. Why would you represent us looking like that? And like basically attacking her, bringing her down instead of celebrating her. There is, I said the vast majority where it is. It's like it's been hashtag Black Girl Magic, all this, that's been celebrating her. But you still have that side of, say, Black culture that we always have to like knock somebody like for no reason. Like, did she, whatever hairdo she got, nails, whatever, she just ran a 10.65 and 100 to qualify for the Olympics to compete against the fastest people in the world. She's one of the fastest women in the world. We're home or wherever, work, school, whatever, sitting on Twitter, tweeting about what she just did. Like, you'll never have that opportunity in your life.
Right.
So is that why? Is that why you do that? Like, I don't understand that part of our culture where it's like,
I feel like with hate,
happens.
I feel like with hate, everybody's gonna go through it, or everybody's gonna hate on somebody. It's just never been a clean cut situation where no one has hated on somebody. I mean, you might not show all the love in the world to that person or that situation that's happened, but I feel like with hate, everybody's gonna exemplify that. Her winning a race, running a race, representing the United States, but she did it in her form, how she wanted to do it. Give her flowers for that. Don't take apart any of the actions or activity that she did just because she did it in her fashion and not yours. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So I just feel like everybody's gonna hate.
The hate is always louder than the love. That's just like a natural way that things work. That's why the news pops off. Like, the sad shit is always gonna pop more. People are we're not gonna watch the kid, like we were talking about the Black movies. There's no Black movies about the kid who went to high school, then went to college and created something. It's always about the Black kid that grew up without a dad and had to learn how to sell drugs to help his mama out, like shit like that, So I do see like a lot of, and I do hear like a lot of like famous people mention like they don't even read their mentions or comments because it's just too much, and I think there's definitely way more love that she's getting for what she did.
Yeah.
And like I think that should be highlighted. Like, fuck, if we give them the highlight or the light about their negative comments, that just fuels them even more to keep going. It's like with the Trump shit, the niggas got louder and louder and louder the more we highlighted that shit.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the reason why things was so amplified is because it was on the news every day. Like, oh man, these people did this, these people did that.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's always up for wants to shine, whether it's negative or positive. And I think we should just have we as in people, not just us five, need to kind of just hone in and say, fuck you guys over there. We don't care. You know, like you guys aren't helping us out, you know, mentally or physically. So fuck it. I'm over here with these people, you know? So, but I do have a question. Monte, you did run track or something, right? So the jewelry and stuff, like people do that shit? Because I feel like that would like slow me down.
You can't do it in like in high school.
In high
or
school.
like that. College, you can wear like chain or
Right.
like a one ring, whatever. Usually they take out the earrings. Sometimes you don't. But in high school and stuff like that, you can't have any of that. It's considered part of the uniform, and if your uniform isn't
Up to the
matched to
high school code,
all that you can't do that. But
like when they tried to get rid of like what armbands and
Yeah.
headbands and stuff like that with basketball.
no, I couldn't. But I couldn't imagine like trying to high jump with a chain on and getting smacked in the mouth.
Yeah.
with a chain. And
That's what I was saying. Like she's running. I got a chain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But now, if you think about like all those sprinters or whatever,
Shit,
back
Michael
in the day,
Johnson ran with that
he
shit.
did a big ass chain. Yeah. They be running with the chain.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, they only running with it for 9 seconds. They
Oh, that's true. Exactly. It's only 10 seconds.
it's only 9 seconds of their life.
Go.
Facts. I probably would be like, I always said if I was like a kicker, I'd be decked out, bro. I have a shooting sleeve, headband under my head, helmet and shit. Like, fuck yeah.
They only got 9 seconds.
We got somebody like that on the team, like AB. Gonna be clean and he got a different. His warm up shit is different than his game shit, but he the cleanest motherfucker. Like period. Like he got the visor, the band sleeve under band.
AB's on the team.
Benson.
Oh,
Yeah, Benson Alex. Yeah.
so they were talking about AB, this other cat.
Oh no, from Flag.
He played basketball too.
I'm thinking I'm thinking about AP.
Light-skinned cat. Oh,
I think he's talking about AP.
I might be talking about somebody else.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no. So hey, but running the 10-6, bro, you're a sprinter. Like
nasty.
she's moving.
Yeah.
Holy
A
shit.
10, even the 10, bro.
A 10.64 as a man
Yeah, like
is fucking fast as fuck.
think about her getting your phone.
Gone.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you got it. you got it. Yeah, no, she's moving. But yeah, so we got her, Simone with gymnastics, and then
North Carolina A&T.
Yep.
They're
swimmer, right?
Yeah, and then we had the swimmer. Yeah, I'm not sure her name. But yeah, they were saying, Black girls taking over. Hopefully one day, I don't know if we'll ever live to see that part of it, where we can have, you say these 3 women, obviously they're Black, them winning, where it's not the biggest thing is not, we have these Black girls doing this, or but
And it's born.
where it's just like, okay, yeah, hey, Sha'Carri Richardson just ran a 10.65.
Yeah, I think that's the
Perfect.
transition. Like, go from celebrating Blackness, we have all these first Black champions and all this stuff, to then,
we
we just won.
champion. Yeah,
because I think it's like in the NFL, the quarterbacks are now like, we just got a shit ton of good Black quarterbacks, and it's just like normal. We don't think of Patrick Mahomes as Black quarterback anymore. We don't think of Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
They're just quarterbacks.
Yep.
And like that was something that took a long time. They were like keeping Black players from being quarterbacks for a while,
Mhm.
and then a couple of people had to lead the way. Cunningham,
Vic.
Yeah. And the thing, they still
Moon.
tried to, they asked Lamar, well, what if you
McNair.
got there and they tried to, change your position to wide receiver? How would you feel? And he's like, I'm a quarterback. So, so it's still there. It's still those people that want to push us there, but hopefully that transition will come.
Chiefs, All Blacks.
Do you think
All
that
Blacks.
actually? You think that will actually ever happen? Because like, I think about like China or any country like that, like any other country, I should say.
I mean, it's
Like they claim their whoever their athlete is. You know what I'm saying? And we highlight that. So like, if we draft like NBA, if some fucking player goes 6th overall from Turkey, they're gonna be like, first Turkish player to be drafted under the top 10. The ESPN stats.
Mhm.
So Do you think that'll actually ever change? I think it would change on all accounts,
Maybe,
but then you lose that luster.
Yeah, but maybe I think the difference is that when we'll just use the NBA since that's, I'd say, more familiar. You look at the NBA, the majority of people in the NBA are black. They're black dudes in the NBA.
Majority of swimmers are white.
Yeah, so I think if we get to where it's a norm where it's 50-50, or it's not rare to see 4 black swimmers in there, then I think we'll get to that point to where it's like it's not like, oh, first black swimmer to do this, or that where it's just a normal thing. I think the reason we do it where it's like Turkish is because was Hedo Turkish?
Yeah.
I think that's the only. Yeah, like that's literally all I can think about.
Overhyping stats is always going to be a thing though, because even this year, Joker, first Serbian to ever win MVP, and then I seen something that was hilarious the other day where they said Michael Jordan never scored 40 points in the triple-double in the Western Conference Finals. It's like Michael Jordan never played in the West, but but like that's just kind of where they always do stuff like that, and I don't know. I think it'll never get old.
Yeah,
It's annoying.
So all the different sports are fucking sports are lucky that like black people just decide not to play them. Yeah. like if black people started playing soccer, we'd be winning the fucking World Cup. Imagine LeBron James training to be.
Black people do play soccer.
I mean, like as a whole, like in America, like imagine if like the pool of, because like what do most black people play? They play. We'll go men, basketball, football. Imagine if they started branching out, playing more soccer, doing baseball, more swimming and shit.
Yeah.
Well, the talent pool is so huge.
I remember Nelly touched on this. Nelly touched on this a while ago, almost like
Nelly touched a lot of things.
Relax.
But that's what you walk in and talk about.
But he had said like the reason why we grow up playing basketball and football because it appealed to our natural abilities.
Mm-hmm.
We could also run track and field because all we have to do is run fast. Like that's our natural ability. Swimming, we don't swim that much. That's why people say, "Oh, do black people even swim?" Because they don't see us in the Olympics or in these colleges swimming. You know, baseball.
We don't see ourselves.
Like baseball, how fun is baseball, bro? You swing the bat, you might run to first base. That's the only time you'll exemplify your fucking speed is running to first base.
But
otherwise, catching a pop fly?
He's right though, because for so many years I'd always get like invited to these golf events, like charity golf events. And then they would make fun of myself and the other athletes because we were not good at golf.
Right.
But then we can't utilize our God-given abilities playing this game. You're fat drinking a beer and you're making fun
perfect as fuck.
Swinging perfect as hell. And you're making fun of me, and this is entertainment for you.
Yeah, right. The golf is like that anomaly though. Well, I get what you like. I can swim, but you can you swim?
No.
So Tim can't swim. So it's like if we one day the majority of black people can't swim, then maybe that'll stop being a thing where black people can't swim. Shit, yeah, I ain't swimming. Or you see a pool party where this is a white pool party, and all the people are in the pool. You see a black pool party. Nobody's in the pool. Everybody got on bikinis and stuff like that. Somebody got their feet in the water, but nobody's in the pool.
Right.
So if we change that, then maybe. But I agree with the track thing, like running, jumping.
But black folks, we're designed to be cool though. So like when you're cool, you don't have to swim. When you're at the pool party, you don't got to be in the pool party. You don't got to be in the water. You know what I'm saying? You could sit right there. You got your
on the steps.
You chilling, bro. So like the reason for me, I was going, I don't have to swim because when do I ever actually need to swim? At what point in time am I gonna be in a position where I'm gonna have to swim? Yeah. If that time comes, I failed.
Right. Even when you go to a pool party though, to be honest, bro, you're not swimming. Like you're just at the water.
You're just at the water.
Yeah.
You know, like at the lake or at the beach. Ain't nobody out there like, hey, bro, you want to race me in a couple laps? Like it's just like literally you just out there. So but obviously I had to learn how to swim.
Because every time they find that body underneath the water, it's the person that let's go past the shop. Nah, bro, I'm cool on that. I can't swim.
I can swim.
I can swim, but I
can swim well too.
I swim.
Yeah, I can swim.
I can swim, bro.
Hey, these people out here ain't gonna get me in no lake talking about you don't know how to swim. I grew up around these trees.
If I fell off a boat, I can make it. I can make it till rescue came, or if I see the shore, I can make it there. But
you can tread water like that?
I can swim.
Well, if I'm fighting for my life, I can tread water for quite some time. Yeah.
Bro.
How long do you think you can tread water? I don't know.
A long time, but what I read today was like
Fucking stupid.
that you can go from if you're
I have a
underwater,
stat.
you can go from shock to drowning in 18 seconds. That fast.
If you're under the water,
Like in 18 seconds, if you like went under, like some capsize you were under, you go from shocked to clinically like dead in 18 seconds. That's a bro.
So when does the death
you
start?
can tread
that's
longer
quick.
than 18 seconds.
Damn.
That's quick.
Just visualize yourself
look-
treading water.
Man, it's so dumb.
tread what?
Black people are what is it? I know a stat. Hold up. It's like black people are 1%. 1% of us are non-buoyant or something like that. So
Really?
we don't have the ability to float. Yeah,
Oh.
it's like a real thing. It's
I
because
can-
our
30% of us are
bones.
flamboyant.
I can see you being the one that you hit too. Damn.
Yeah, I'm dropping.
Boy got the head weight.
Tim's just a fucking boulder,
Ball. This is a ball, but
Got
just-
the head weight.
Head weight, huh?
shit.
fucking Geo dude falling the bottom of it.
Golem and shit.
Oh
Golem.
my gosh. We got some Pokemon listeners? Nah. Yeah, man.
I can't swim.
We can swim. This is another stereotype. Y'all like chicken?
I love chicken, hate watermelon. I don't hate watermelon, but
I'm with
I don't
that.
go out of my way for
I
watermelon.
hate watermelon.
Watermelon's the dumbest fruit.
It doesn't
This
taste
is water.
yeah.
It's not even just water. It's like you gotta pick them
like
right.
it.
My sister literally just told me how to pick a watermelon.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
like
fruit.
no, it's like you gotta when it
Every fruit though.
no when the white is on the watermelon, that's like a good one.
Yeah, when it's on the bottom or when the line's on the side, that means it's sweeter. Yeah.
Bro, that's wild.
Y'all getting them that early? I've only seen them when they're big. I've never seen no white watermelon.
No, not the whole thing. It's just like a little white spot.
Like a spot at the bottom and stuff like that. Yeah.
See, you know, it's one
I
of those
didn't know
moments
that.
like, damn, I didn't know that shit at all. I thought just grab one and be like, damn, this one sucked. Grab another one.
I don't know how to pick shit. I remember, yeah.
My mom would be like,
Bro, I went to a grocery store with this girl one time, and like she was like, "Nope, that's not the right one. That's not the right one." And by the end of it, I was just fucking pissed off. I'm like, "Bitch, I know how to shop. I've been eating my whole life. I've been eating this my whole life. Leave me alone."
It's the avocados for me. I be trying to buy avocados. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers all hard as a rock.
Hey, I am not lying though, man. You get humbled at the grocery store. That happened to me too, bro.
Bro.
I'm over. I just grab the first thing I see, whatever.
Nah,
It's
not
like,
with,
oh, that's
not
not-
with produce.
how do you know?
Not with produce. Like a tomato, bro. You want that shit firm. They don't want no moist ass. mushy
Bro,
tomato.
when you
And it
pick
was-
up cookies, I usually get these.
And it was tomatoes, right? So she
Yeah.
was talking specifically about the tomatoes, right? About how whatever they're too soft, blah blah blah. So I bought the tomatoes out of spite. I just bought the fucking tomatoes I wanted. Later, I'm going to make some. I'm cutting. I pull out the tomato. I cut into it, and it's like, fuck, this shit hurts. Damn it.
That shit was dull.
But I ate that shitty tomato anyways. bro.
I need to know though. So like when you at a grocery store or at a gas station, when you grabbing a drink, you got a first one, you got a second or third one.
At a
Oh, no,
grocery
I-
store?
No, you got to
Anytime.
get the ones back because
I never grab. I don't grab the first.
Yeah, I'm saying because people touch
It depends.
Yeah, no,
I grabbed the first.
Which it depends.
I guess.
Yeah,
nah.
like sometimes I grab the second or third, but most of the time I grab the first.
You gotta understand, like they don't rotate. Like sometimes you can feel from the back and the shit just slides to the front.
Mhm.
So if you go into like literally like the gas station, the first thing on the shelf essentially is the newest one because they're not
first one.
rotating them.
Ah,
You know the one because if they're filling them from the back, they just putting the new stuff in the back. So that means that shit gonna be old by the time it gets to the bottom of that shelf.
but I just have this thing where I feel like everybody touches that first one because like the way I look at it. So like example, Saturday night, I know I'm gonna get drunk. And I know I need my blue Powerade for the next day. And so I go to the gas station.
Saturdays you
I'm
normally
dropping
get
gems.
drunk?
I'm dropping gems. Gems. And so all of a sudden I will reach for that third Powerade because I don't trust the first two, just thinking that people already touched them. Every time.
I
don't
couldn't
know.
play that game because I'm feeling like those all will get touched. Like, how do you know that third
So it's a
one is
catch 22.
not the first
It
one?
would have to be, yeah. I mean, I think sometimes I just do it, but like when you think about it, motherfuckers had to touch it to load it into the
Yeah.
fucking coolers.
Yeah, all of them are
touched by
touched,
four or
bro.
It had to be
times from the
touched to be
factory.
packaged and shit like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, these shit's been touched all.
Yeah, you have to put too much trust in like other people's hands throughout your
Yeah.
life to
Yeah.
even care
And if
about
you-
it. Restaurants.
But if my seal is broken before when I picked it up,
never.
then yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
no,
a different
no, no,
story.
no, no.
But I just think that after COVID that people would have got smarter, but people didn't. I was at a restaurant the other day. Some dude was at the urinal right there with me, right next to me. All of a
Didn't
sudden,
wash his hands.
just walked out.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
wash
was
his
like,
hands.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I think
tragic.
that shit-
Wow.
still going.
Yeah. I mean, you would have
Yep.
thought that this would be like mandatory now that we'll take hygiene and washing and seriously, but
Yeah.
no. So I don't know.
Hey, this might be weird, but I be having conversations with the motherfuckers in the bathroom. I'm like, you gonna wash your hands? I'll ask people all the time. Like, hey man, you been washing your hands?
Yeah, no,
Like I will sit there and have a conversation with him.
This
Like,
dude
what the
I
fuck you
saw-
doing, bro? You're not about to leave this.
turned the
You're about
water
to leave
on.
this joint,
Bro, he
Then
turned the
touch
water on and
doorknob.
did this. And I was like, yo. He was like, yeah, man. And then got some soap. I was like, well, what the? If I wouldn't have said nothing
Yeah.
to you, you was would have walked the fuck out with
Yeah.
rincing your hands.
We
more.
should,
gotta
we
think.
should start policing. I should
No.
start doing that too. If
I'm
I
dead
wash
ass.
your fucking hands,
Yeah,
bro.
Because look, if they're gonna leave the bathroom without washing their hands, how the fuck are you gonna open the door?
Oh wait, but you don't use a paper towel?
I use
I'm
a
just
paper
saying,
towel.
bro.
Oh.
What if the paper? What if the shit's way over there? You got to throw the paper towel back over there.
They be on the floor for a reason.
Nah, it's like, yo, like how the fuck you gonna like how you gonna open up the door?
You gotta like grab it, swing it open,
swing it.
throw it in the trash,
and then-
pick your foot up
and
against it when you're on the way
Right,
out.
and, then,
That's what I'm doing.
and then let me fuck your head up even more. What about if y'all get the same server and she only got one pin?
Ooh, I didn't think that deep.
So it's like, yo, you gotta wash
Even
your
though
fucking
I-
hands.
Even though I
man.
called it out though when we were at one
Okay,
restaurant.
so if the game of me reaching for the second, third,
Nah,
power
bro, this
rate
is less.
this is
less.
way too advanced,
This is
bro.
less. This is
you
less.
thinking about the pen of the waiter
Hey,
and all this stuff, man?
If we gonna be in the same establishment, you've been there playing with your dick, and then you gonna come out, and then you about to touch anything outside the bathroom, you
Fam,
got another thing coming, bro. You better wash your fucking hands
Yeah.
with soap.
this is a game I don't even play. That's crazy.
Wash your hands, man. I always wash my hands.
Oh, yeah.
My nails, everything.
Usually, I feel like if there's people around, you gotta be a bold motherfucker to just walk out of the bathroom.
Man, or a nasty motherfucker.
handful of dick.
So
Man.
our
Man, man.
bro,
Don't touch me, cuz.
our society,
Blue light your fucking hands. Blue light your fucking
our
hands.
society is so fucked up, fam. I mean, I did jiu-jitsu yesterday in the cities, and not a single mask was worn because it's not a thing anymore, right? So I went from just a couple weeks ago, you couldn't even be in the same confinement with people. All of a sudden, yesterday I'm doing jiu-jitsu where I got somebody pause. Well, fuck it, who cares? It's not pause. Somebody on top of me, literally sweating bullets.
Oh yeah, no, that was,
Bullets.
Bullets.
You know what I'm saying? And then the whole room is sweating bullets.
Don't say there wasn't a. There was definitely one.
Bro.
I know. I'm getting more comfortable.
But I fuck with that because like even yesterday, I tried this new class out yesterday myself.
I seen that.
I'm up in here, everybody sweating bullets. It's 10 rounds. Everything is 2-minute rounds.
You
bro.
went to 12 rounds that place?
No, I'm not
Oh.
gonna drop no. But look, there's one bench.
Okay.
There's like 4 dumbbells in there. There's 4 kettlebells, but everybody get to touch it. And we all on this one mat doing sit-ups, push-ups, dips, fucking shoulder press. And it's like, wait, hold on, you gonna sanitize in between these sets?
2 weeks ago was a thing.
Literally, I kid you not. I was like, damn, that girl was sweating bullets.
Mhm.
But I ain't trying to be that one. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and do it too, and then I did my sets.
Yeah.
Bam.
But it's like, damn, I've been sweating for 2 minutes. She been sweating for 2 minutes, and it was like 20 of us.
Gee, they hand you a robe that someone else has already worn, and you put this thing on, and you sweating, you wiping this robe on your face, doing all like everything that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
You and I probably just did yesterday.
And you're gonna love this too, because I probably was like the slimmest, skinniest one up in there, but everybody in there was bigger than me. You know, so they probably sweating way worse than I was sweating. And I was sweating bullets. Like, dude, I needed like another shirt. I was sweating through my gloves, sweating through my boxing gloves. I was drenched. So I know that they were way more moist than I was.
Moist.
Yeah, they were moist. They were wet.
All right, well,
Hey man, personally,
I'm out.
yeah, dude. Like, COVID doesn't live on surfaces. We all know that. B,
You don't care about no, sir. I don't care about your COVID. I don't care about the COVID.
I know. I'm just saying, like, but
I'm like, yo, I don't want to touch nobody else's sweat.
well, yeah,
Like,
if you're-
wipe
if you're
that
sit-
shit off.
If you're sitting on a bench, if like the bench is all sweaty and shit like that,
Oh.
and well, you gotta wipe it off. if
Wipe
you're
that
sweating
off,
on the
man.
bench.
Hey, we're not even recording.
Like if your weights, we're on the
Oh.
video. Yeah, it's a different thing.
But it was wild, man. I was like, yo, so you're not gonna wipe it? But the class was legit. Definitely
I'll let you spread your.
definitely could become a member up in there. But yeah, what else we got?
Happening right now. Rotations.
More room
think
to breathe. We're always on the baby love seat over
The
there.
love seat, not in
Yeah,
love.
Monte's actually.
James,
We're doing a little musical chairs rotation of the
I think
pod.
I wanted you to scoot over even more.
A little bit more, brother.
Oh, is that what you said my name for?
This man is gonna big old couch. He scoots over
The,
2
the
inches.
big comfy couch.
All
oh,
right, let's see
There you
what
go.
else we got.
Oh, this one's mine.
and that's gotta be T.O. All right, bro.
Very good.
We can go right into let's get relationship corner going real quick. This is a question I had. What are some of y'all triggers?
In terms of what?
Like a woman. Like what triggers you? Like what pisses you off that she does?
It's like a negative trigger.
Wanting to hang out with me too much. Like I don't get my own space. That triggers me. And that's why I feel like it was hard for me to live with somebody. I feel like the space, my living quarters became very small and I wasn't comfortable because I sometimes am so extroverted, but it's like, damn, where's my moment of my own self to be able to sit back and reflect in my own space? Like, I feel like I need my own privacy sometimes. I feel like that's probably my biggest trigger.
Man, if you slow at texting, I cannot stand that, bro. Like, I'm serious, dog. Like, I can't, or just a bad texter in general. I cannot stand that at all. Like, I will, one word text will have me lose my shit.
Oh yeah.
Just responding back like an hour or a couple hours later, or just trying to carry a conversation. Like, I miss me with that. So that truly, as you can see, like, that will make me go crazy.
For me is definitely probably I hate nitpicking. It's nitpicking. Like, so you're like, obviously, like I'm very free flowing, free thinking. You know, I'm absent-minded sometimes. Not every, you know, I'm not like the most detailed, organized person in the world. So like, if you're gonna be in a relationship with me, like, you're gonna have to, like, on some level, I'm gonna take care of that stuff. But like, I hate it when it's just like nitpick, nag. Oh, this, like, you left this like here like 2 centimeters in the wrong place. Like, I couldn't get along in a relationship with like a super duper like anal type of woman who like needs everything like being in its proper place, because it's just gonna frustrate the hell out of me, because I'm just not that way. So definitely, like, any form of like nitpicking or nagging, not just about like stuff like that, but anytime where you're doing something where like you're unnecessarily making my life more difficult. Right. Like what you say is not helpful to the situation. Like, it might be something you think I need to do, but in the way that you talk about it or ask, like, it's gonna be a net negative, because I'm not gonna want to do it. I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna resent me for not wanting to do it, and then it's gonna be a whole thing. So definitely, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta nagging and nitpicking can get too much, but then also at the same time you want to hold your partner accountable, and like, you want to help them out. Like we talked about, you want to make sure that you're coaching your other partner. Like, you want to see them get better, blah, blah, blah. But there is a level where it can get too much. So like, yeah, naggy women just got to swipe left on me, bro. You can't do it.
Yeah, I piggyback off kind of what James said. As a whole, like, just accepting that you're two different people and sometimes you guys need space. Like, you should, I don't like when a girl doesn't have friends, or at least like people they can kick it with.
Right.
Yeah, that's the word.
You know, it's like I'm really close with my people. Like most of my dudes are like my brothers, you know. That's how tight we are. So I might be able to immerse myself in, even if it's just a damn group chat, you know, and just be chilling in the group chat, laughing my ass off, or go kick it with them. And if the girl can't have that type of, or some similar relationship with a group of people outside of me, then that gets kind of draining, you know. Like, you can only do so much with one person, you know. Like, you gotta have like a good balance of like me and you, and then you and them, and me and them, and then all of us together, and things like that. So that was an old note I had. I don't know why I wrote it down. So I don't have any any reflection on what the hell brought that up.
No, I like these relationship questions, you know, because it's like our personal Bumble or Tinder, whatever the dating apps are. Like, if a lady actually sits back and listens to this, 42 episodes, 44 episodes of us talking about relationship corner, she should know how to date me.
Right.
If I was to be honest, if you had to be honest,
so wait,
I'm literally giving her the
I'm good.
Dating.
So the podcast is James's dating profile.
No, not me, specifically. Right, I'm just saying, you're single too, fool.
No, but I get what you're saying. Like, I think in general, it's good to hear. It's good to hear
Yeah.
the perspective.
Like if she sits back, take notes, and be like, okay, episode 10, I think I heard him talking about this. 15, this came up. All right,
But
I know
now-
what not to trigger him.
I've had
He
women-
loves
yeah.
touch,
But now,
and he loves his space.
Okay, but now with all due respect, so you talk relationship corner, it takes two to tango. So now, what do you personally feel is your trigger that will turn off somebody else?
Oh, I like that.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
No, I'll be honest. I'll answer that. I like that question. That's a good
I know that
question,
too. I know
man.
that too.
So I think my answer to that question would obviously be what all the girls have told me. I have these player-like mentality where I feel like I'm in the room, but I'm not in the room. I'm just elsewhere, ready to go to another date or I'm ready to do something else with another person. I don't always have to be that way.
So what do you equate that to? Like you have a short attention span, or what are you saying?
I do.
So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I'm anxious. I feel like if I get bored, I'm like this, like a drop of a dime. I want to do something else. I have that FOMO to me. I'm like, I don't want to miss out on anything, but I want to do everything. And if I can't, I'm gonna try to make that up somehow.
So if a girl checked all the boxes and all you had to do was correct that one thing, would you be able to do it? If the girl checked all the boxes,
If she wanted to do those things with me, yeah, I'll check them off.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like if it's a perfect girl for you, but all you had to do was just eliminate that from your repertoire, whatever. That
Yeah.
would you be able to do it?
I'd be able to do it. Because I do have some give to my push. You know, it's like literally, I'd always be able to like sit back and be like, okay, I could give up some stuff, and I've done it before.
Mhm.
You know,
All right, what about you?
For me, like it's a lot similar to James, where like I can have a tendency to not be very present. Now, for me, that's more of like business stuff or like always focused. It's like I've actually like I could probably say that in part, some of my past relationships, like I played a pretty big part in like cratering them because I pretty much I will for the most part put whatever my mission in life is before any woman that I'm with. And I don't know if that's something that's ever going to change. It's never going to be something where even like my relationships, like my family, everything, I build relationships and shit like that, but I'm never going to sacrifice the mission. And like even one of them, probably my ex, she was like, she's like, you care about your business and stuff more than relationship. And I was like, yeah, I kind of do. And that's like fucked up. It's like fucked up, but it was like,
Yeah.
at least at the time it was the truth, right? And we've talked about that on previous podcasts where we talked about like, you know, I think you showed that clip about like, dating an ambitious man or whatever. Like a lot of the times, whoever you're dating, like they'll have a hard time understanding like why you're putting in such a level of work. And it's like on the one hand, they want you to push and pursue to do those things, but then on the other hand, like they don't want to necessarily deal with some of the things that you have to do. Like sometimes I'm not going to be around. Sometimes I'm going to be working on the weekend. Sometimes I'm not going to be available to do this and that. And then, I'll constantly like thinking about business, thinking about self-improvement, whatever. It's always on my mind. And like people can tell like you're there, but you're not there. And that bothers people. That bothers people to have be like, you're physically next to me, but I can tell you don't want to be near me right now. I can tell that you would. That is hurtful. I could tell that you'd rather be somewhere else than next to me right now.
It takes me back to some conversations I've had with women where I'm going, I understand that you enjoy the vacations and you enjoy the jewelry, you enjoy all these things, but in all realness, how do you think we're able to even do all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can shut off right now and I can not focus on the stuff that I'm focusing on, but then say goodbye to those vacations and those things that you enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it going to be?
Right.
But Dino, what about you?
I'm kind of in the same token. I think I have I don't know if it's, sometimes it could be positive, sometimes it could be negative, but in this instance, I guess it could be negative. Like I have a tendency to like check out, and it's not intentional. It's just like Io said, I'm probably thinking about some shit. Like I'm probably thinking about what the hell I got going on next week, or a business idea I have, or trying to further a business I have, whatever it might be. But then it might seem like I'm not even there. Like I'm completely fine being by myself. So like I think that fucks with people a little bit. Like I can literally stay in my room like an entire day you know, and
I can't.
I'm probably locked in on like a million things, you know, and I think that kind of puts some people off. I remember I told my mom that like a couple years, no, not even a year, like a year ago maybe. And she was like, "Yeah, you've always been like that. Like, I would just leave you when you were a kid, like to yourself, and you'd be fine. Like, because that's just how I am. Like, I could just be cool. Give me some music, and I'm straight. I'll lock in and do whatever I need to do. But I think in a relationship, like I've had to combat that and say, oh shit, you know, you're doing it right now. You need to perk up and say, all right, yeah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So finding that, again, everything is about balance. Finding that balance to like kind of be by yourself, but still be present when you need to be, and kind of lock in on both fronts. Just growth, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure out how to learn.
It's crazy because we're all so similar, because everything you guys said, I can connect with, and those are all things that I personally feel I struggle with as well. But I think my biggest trigger is I have this like never satisfied mentality legitimately, where I just don't appreciate how things actually, like I don't appreciate the magnitude of things, right? So if I'm in a relationship, let's say, and something great happens for, let's say, her or myself, for me, I just downplay it because I just look at it like, oh, cool. All right, on to the next. You know what I mean? Like it's so bad because it's just one of those things where I just constantly feel like you can't rest on those laurels. Like I really just have this motor that just won't stop.
So this might fuck you up, but how are you satisfied with your wife if you're never satisfied?
So that's the reason I married her, because the thing with her that I've noticed that's been different than anybody else, it's just like she tends to amaze me every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like she legitimately is like a superwoman. Like she just does. I don't know. Like I see she'll sleep, but then it's like if something needs to happen, she's wide awake, or it's amazing to me. It's like she's like a version of me, but not as extreme. She's able to do things, but not have it be so glorified like when I do things. Does that make sense?
Right.
I think you guys get along well together, very well, also because you're very outgoing. You got to be front and center, and she doesn't necessarily need to be the center of attention all the time.
Correct.
And that's a good gel. Like I feel like if two people are together, like they both need to be the center of attention, or maybe that's why celebrity couples break up a lot, because they're just both. So they're both so huge. Yeah. They're both so huge, and like they got to be the center of attention. That maybe that's not enough for either of them. Yeah. But yeah, there's all different like levels of like compatibility.
And I know one thing that don't work well with me is other extroverts. Like every time I like try to be with an extrovert, I just don't like it, because we're both just so extra.
So you're so right though, because even with my wife, where she's totally an introvert, right? And there's times where I just wish you were more like me at times. But then I think about it and I go, yeah, I don't know if that's going to last then.
Right.
Because inevitably what's going to happen is then I'm going to get annoyed with you. Because I'm going to be like, yo, girl, just chill.
Chill.
Yeah.
Just chill.
I don't know which one I'd be better with, because I'm naturally introverted. So I don't know. I don't remember if it would be better with an introvert or an extrovert.
Yeah, both just sit there in silence.
I guess I've been with both. I mean, introverted means more like you'd rather be at home, or you'd rather be you get more of your energy from like being.
But you know what's crazy?
Being at the crib by yourself.
Dino and I legitimately are introverts, and I tell people this, and they think I'm crazy. But when he said that he can sit in his room all day, I've been there. I've done that. I actually enjoy that. For me, if I have a day off, I would much rather just spend it alone, reading a book, studying, working out, just doing stuff just to kind of just better myself.
Right.
Versus, I
think I could peg Dino as an introvert in some ways, but I don't see it. I don't see it as much.
I just understand
a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I just understand my surroundings, and I tell people all the time. I go, if you put me in a position where, if you like right now, we're doing a podcast. If there's cameras and mics and lights in front of us, I can't not
live for that.
Perform.
Yeah.
I'm on stage. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where I hate the people that they have the lights on them and then they don't want to show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's just like, but once I get home, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I've
Yeah.
exerted all the energy. I'm done.
Yeah. Like people talk to me all the time. James, you got so much energy, so much of this. Just your personality is amazing. When I get home, bro, I'm sitting on the couch.
You and I live together.
Flipping TV channels.
Our roommates were trying to do some wild boy shit. Me
Yeah.
and James was just sitting there like, can we just watch this TV show?
Man,
Yeah,
watch
you
the
like
TV.
you like resting afterwards, but you're definitely an extrovert.
Yeah.
You feed
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
You feed off.
I
other
feed off
people.
energy of
You feed
people.
off
Oh,
energy
yeah.
of people for sure.
Hell yeah.
But he understands the moment though. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, I love people like him that he knows for a fact when he is out this house, he has to live up
Yeah.
to the
To the
expectations.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody meets Pastor Hobson, you're not you.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan said it. Every game I play like somebody's never seen me play
See
before.
me play before. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I party like somebody that's never partied with me before.
You have to.
Yeah. That's why I'm always
Oh, yeah.
half naked and shit on Instagram.
That's why my post-bachelor party next week,
I mean, I don't think that's necessary to meet the
we
requirements.
about to go crazy.
Did you say it's your post bachelor party?
He says requirements.
Yeah. I'm already married.
How many? So you're having a bachelor party and then a local bachelor party? Is that what it is?
I mean, I don't know if I need to have a local one. What are we gonna do?
I have a lot of ideas for what we could do.
Go to Kathy's. Get this nigga Io out of here.
No, not Kathy's. You could get like a fucking spot. I'm done with Cass. I'm done partying. I'm done.
We got a studio right here though. We can.
Yeah.
Man,
I've done party. I've been going out and drinking a lot, and it's not in my nature. I don't like it. It's been fucking up. It's been fucking up the bottom
next to
line.
the introverted cable.
Bro, it goes
Okay.
back. Dino posted that Joe Rogan thing today on his story on Instagram. That's exactly what you were talking about last week.
Yeah.
Having, no, I feel you though. Yeah, I'm in the same boat too. Once this bachelor party's done, I'm about to chill for a little bit.
No, there's a balance. Like I need to get out of the cave more for sure. But I was motherfucking way too deep in the jungle. I need to turn. I was going out like 3-4 days a week. Two is better for me. I don't need to be out 3-4 nights a week.
So you're holding
not
yourself. You're holding yourself back.
Once a week.
yeah, once or twice.
You're holding yourself back.
What do you mean?
You could be doing so much more, man. Just go ahead, man. Live your life, bro. You can't party and live your life when you're dead, bro. Just go for it. That's how I
3-4
live,
night.
man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
If somebody invites me to go out and don't got shit to do, man, I'm going for it.
the number one thing is
Yesterday I ended up at a strip club.
After
Yeah.
this pod, I was gonna ask y'all if y'all wanted to go catch a drink, just to chop it up, because like I'm at that point where I'd much rather just chop it up at a timely fashion than be that person that is out at 2 a.m. Because that's what happens with me. Like if I hold off so long, then I go crazy. I'd much rather do it on a balance where
Yeah.
I'm chill and I go to the crib at a timely fashion and
Yeah.
go to bed.
actually, you know what? Like actually going out a lot has actually been super fucking fun. But then it's like always that tension. Like if I party too much, I lose money. But if I'm focusing too much on like all my business making money, then I'm bored.
Right.
Then it's like not bored, but like I miss that.
I know what you mean.
I like going out and doing my thing. Like obviously, and I feel like sometimes maybe it's because sometimes like because I'm so when I'm working, like I get so focused and I'm so deep in my head and I'm like so go just like
Right.
in the cave working. By the time I get out, I just have like 10, 12 drinks and I'm fucking loosey goosey, like trying to release some energy or something.
I'm gonna take you up on that offer because guess what today is? Taco Tuesday. So
All
I'm
right, let's
down.
have some
man.
drinks.
I'm down with Taco
I
Tuesday.
think we're supposed to go play volleyball and get some drinks.
Volleyball.
At Binky's.
balls. It's Taco Tuesday, man.
All right, fuck.
Hey
All right.
man,
Where are we going?
Send us off, Dino.
Are we good?
we done?
How much time do we have? That was a nice little sprint. I like that episode.
dropping little gems.
All right. No, you dropped some rocks on there with no gym.
Definitely
Bro,
drop some
dude.
pebbles.
Mella was about to lose it
Fruity from some
yesterday.
fruity pebbles.
Oh man, she was gonna
But
kill
she
you.
listens. I listened to the pod with her, bro. We was in the car riding up. You saw her face.
It's like, here's my game plan. I'm about to get these bitches. Mel's in another seat, like trying so hard not to roll her eyes in the back. He's playing it in the car with him on speaker, or whatever, doing it
On the perfect time.
She's looking like she's like ready to roll her eyes all the way back into her head, like the Exorcist nigga. She was, but no, you guys listen together. That's very cool, mature. You know, I don't know how many women could sit there and listen to the podcast of her husband talking about how he plots out
Bag and chips.
his strategies to get vagina in the evenings. You know, it's commendable.
I got a son to raise. Got to put him on game.
Shut up. Send us
I don't know
off.
if you're gonna make it so much
please,
further, bro.
please cancel us real quick. Please send us off. Shut the show down. What are you talking about?
I ain't gonna be like, man, Tim was such a good dude, and it was gone.
Tim, he was a good guy. He's gone. I don't know what happened.
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, Tim Nella, eh? Tim Nella, eh?
Where he go? Where he go? I don't know. Nobody. There's
Some
nobody. There's
coffee
nobody.
cookies, huh?
No.
Devin Booker.
Hey, Devin Booker. Hey, Tim Nella, eh?
Oh shit.
Serbs and foe.
Serves and
That's what they call it.
serves and fall.
I'm joking, brothers.
my
Is
God.
wild, dog.
No.
All right. Well, thank you guys again for tuning in to the Five Mics podcast. We 1 year in, Lord willing, many more to go. Shout out to Monte, Tim, Io, James, and I am Dino. Episode 44. We out of here. No music.
Bye.
44,
Hey, that was-
22.
I like the
Deuces.
flow of that episode.
I'm keeping all of that at the end too. Did you hit the button?